Welcome to Woodworker's Workshop in the home of woodchuckcanuck.com. This little email is for a couple of people on YouTube who have been asking about the 3-inch Bearcat Chipper that we have and how to sharpen the shredder knives. So I found some time this evening out here in a little area where I keep the wood chipper stored in winter, and we're just going to walk you through it. Not really that difficult. So you're going to take your screen off like that. It's bolted on, of course. I already took that off. And now you can see, sorry about that, the batteries went out. So back to where we were here. So yeah, you got all these parts off. Now don't take the bolt out completely. Just leave it sit in, hanging there between, the last hole that's here and, hole that's in the cabinet, because your only concern is sharpening the knives. So take a look at your knife. I mean, if it's dull, this is the serrated edge that's mostly hitting and doing the cutting. If it's dull, just take this knife, flip it around so that this cutting edge is now here, and that's if this one is sharp, and just use that edge and do all your knives, do all the shafts, and your downtime will be very low because all you're doing is spinning the knives around. But if your cutting edges are dull, then you'll have to take the time. You grab this one and you'll go to the bench like in my other video and you'll sharpen it. You'll come back, you'll put it in place, and you come get this one. And the only reason I'm saying be careful about what knife goes where is that because this is how they came from the manufacturer like this. I'm assuming it's balanced, so I want to make sure that the knives go back in the same place. That's about it. You just put them back together in repeat order. You'll start with, once 3 knives are sharpened, you'll put this one in, and then you'll start sliding the shaft back this way. And you'll put this collar on, and then this knife and that little collar, you'll pass the center disc, and collar, knife, and collar, and this weight tab. And then you'll just spin this collar around till it lines up with the hole in the shaft, and then you'll put your Allen screw and nut back on. Once that's done, you just simply go on to the next one. Now you'll notice this one, the nut is over on the bolt is on this side. We'll go to the third one, it's also on the same side, and on the fourth one it's over here. Yours might be different, maybe at the factory they put them a certain way for each individual machine, I don't know. But however it's on your machine, that's how you should put them back. Of course, while you're doing your hammer mills, you should also take a look at your knives, make sure they're nice and sharp. I did them not that long ago, so this is all ready to go for next spring. So that's it for how to take these bolts off. And just a quick recap, you're going to take this one that you can see here, you're going to take that off, it's a nut, a screw with an Allen key. Put that down, and you're going to slide the bolt, line the bolt up through the hole that's in the cabinet, and you're going to push the bolt through, and take them all out, put them all back in, and you're good to go. Hope that helps. If you got any more questions, just let me know. One more thing is about putting the screen back in place. You'll notice that on the screen there's 2 holes for securing it to the base, and of course the base has 2 holes for the bolts to pass through. I always found it really difficult to get that last bolt out, so I only ever use 1 bolt to mount my screen in place. So if you buy a used machine and you only see 1 bolt, then that's why they didn't put the other one way back there, because it's hard to get at sometimes. 1 bolt will keep the screen in place. I've had one for years and 1 bolt was plenty. The thing to remember about this is that you don't want to, if you only have 1 bolt, don't do something like that and put the bolt that's on the front of the screen to match up with the hole, the second hole, the rear hole, because what will happen is you're pushing the screen in too close to the hammer mills, and when the hammer mill starts and your next time it's going to hit the screen. You don't want to do that. So just be careful, pay attention, and match up the holes, and you'll be good to go. Okay.